The tentative maybe plan that we couldn't confirm was that FD was a possible future. Can we confirm that yet? I gotta ask.
Man, listen, like,
Welcome back to the Circle of Drift podcast, where we interview some of the most interesting personalities within the industry. My name is Dawson, and today we are at the LZ World Tour interviewing multiple different people.
I know a lot of you guys that are watching are against LS stuff, but an LS and a Porsche, it's unreal how good it works.
Where we get to dive into
The next couple of years are going to be very scary with all the sim kids like coming into the scene and like driving. They're so good.
But not only that, we also got into
My original 25, my RB25 is like on its fourth car. That motor I've had since I've had my car.
and so much more on this special episode at the LZ World Tour. So of course, look below the video. Make sure the subscribe button is not still red. And without further ado, let's get into it.
I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey, ain't no errors, baby. It's a new era.
We are obviously at LZ World Tour. First one to stop by for today is Spoon, brother.
How you doing?
So how we doing?
Doing good.
It's good,
Cold.
man.
It's a
Good.
cold one.
Oh,
I don't know
know.
who decided to do this event this early.
All right.
Like me being from New England, I would have waited another month.
Yeah.
Nah, it's too soon. But it's been a good turnout. It's sick. It's good to see everybody.
Oh,
First
yeah.
event after the winter. Winter depression is a thing in New England.
Dude, I'm sure. All over, man. That's
Yeah.
just a normal thing.
I mean, if
especially
you come
in this
to
industry.
if you come to New England and you say we're assholes or we're just pissed off,
Yeah.
especially in the winter, it's just the cold.
Yeah, I
Can't
get
get
that.
away from it.
We're just all bitter. We don't want to deal with it.
No.
But yeah. So obviously you're not driving this weekend.
No.
So let's talk about that. Why not?
All right, so
Car's fresh, ready to go.
the car's good. It's good to go. I got axles. I got
Yeah.
big beefy axles, and I know that's the topic of everyone. I've
Yeah,
been
that was your
asked
whole issue.
300 times yesterday, like, what's up with the axles? I bought big beefy axles. I put poly diff bushings in to soften up the rear.
Yeah.
I was gonna drive this weekend. I ordered tires. They just didn't show up in time. So
Damn. I assume the Accelera is because that's what
yeah.
they're running. Yeah.
But yeah, since they sent
What size
everything-
tires are you running on that car?
265s. Same
Okay.
thing everyone's running.
Even up front?
Nah, for up fronts are 235s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like common like tire size to use for
Yeah.
that chassis?
Yeah.
Because
I'm-
that's exactly
seven-
what you would use for the Z too.
Yeah, I'm 17, 18 staggered.
Mm.
235s in the front, Valinos.
Sick.
So
You know, I wouldn't be like dark wheels aren't my thing, but the charcoal gray with like the little orange accents on it, it really does hit on that
it played
car.
off well. Played off well.
I get it.
And,
Yeah.
like even the color is better than I expected. The car came out a lot.
I keep thinking it's a fucking paint job
Nah, it's
every
wrapped.
time.
It's wrapped. Nah, it's just a good friend of mine wrapped it.
Yeah.
My design shop React supplied the wrap.
Good
So,
dude. Love
yeah,
Mike.
I love Mike. So the color, he talked me into the color because I originally was gonna wrap the car just satin black and just murder the car out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I have this orange. You'll really like it. Trust me." I was like, "All right, I'll trust you."
It'll hit, I promise.
It hits. That color, I think
In the sun, it's totally different too.
everyone that's seen is like, "Yo, I'm not an orange person," but for some reason, this orange is
Yeah.
good.
Usually the oranges are very like in your face. Like
Yeah.
not to talk about Mishimoto, but it's literally right here. That orange is just vibrant as
Yeah.
shit. So it's like it almost gives off like a crayon color,
Yeah.
but that is like with all the metallic in it, dude, it's so good.
And it's crazy because just recently in the past few years, my favorite color has switched to orange. Like before
Really?
it was red. And like in the past recent years, I've just been pulled towards orange for
Yeah.
some reason.
That's kind of how the purple thing was for me because
Yeah.
blue was always my favorite
Yeah.
color. But
And then I'm a huge McLaren fan, so
oh shit,
yeah.
that McLaren orange.
McLaren on top. I haven't watched the race, but
Yeah.
from what
Well,
I
tell
heard,
me
it was-
about the axle situation a little more. So what was actually going on with it? What axles are
No,
you
just
using?
the
stuff like
entire
that?
drivetrain is all solid. Aside from the engine mounts and the trans mounts, everything is solid.
Yeah.
Every bushing, every control arm is solid. So the axles were just the weakest link. And if you know FRS, BRZ axles, they're toothpicks.
Yeah.
Like factory axles are absolute toothpicks.
Even when y'all showed him in the video, I was like, wow.
and I knew
Those are small.
knew that was the weakest link when I was building the car. It was just a matter of me not having the funds to buy big axles.
Yeah, I get that.
Like I knew that was the weak link. I knew that was gonna be the hurdle to get over. Because the
Yeah.
rest of the car works flawlessly, and the car feels balanced with the 4-cylinder in it. So I'm excited to actually put some grip into the car and drive it because I haven't gotten to really drive the car.
Oh, no. You've only driven it here, right?
I've driven it road course. We drove it that one time testing Austin's car, and then we drove kart track. I drove a little bit of DOD, but I broke axles that same weekend. So I haven't gotten much seat time in the car.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, you look very comfortable in it. As far as like an outsider perspective, especially on the internet, you look really good in it.
The car works great.
Looks like it suits you well.
So when I built the car, I sit and I feel similar to my sim, so it feels natural to me.
That's good. That's good. What type of sim do you have?
Cheap Thrustmaster wheel setup, cheap Fanatec setup. I want a nice Sim HQ setup.
Dude, got to.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on mine to show up, man.
Ooh,
I want
you
it.
getting one?
Yeah, we're getting a better rig. I didn't really tell
I
him
know
what I wanted exactly.
You're not a huge sim guy. I remember you talking about
I wasn't, dude, but you and Mike Martino, Mike helped me get my Logitech set up very well.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's up for it, but if you need help, maybe hit him up.
It's made a difference.
Oh, major difference. There was a big issue that, like, whenever you go and do the wizard in the actual Assetto app or whatever, it wouldn't find the full 900 degrees on the wheel. It stopped at like 864 or something like that. So we had to go and set all the settings to about 860.
So your staring inputs weren't.
Yeah, and it was perfect after that.
That's
but well, as perfect as a Logitech gets, you know.
It's scary. The next couple of years are gonna be very scary with all the sim kids like coming into the scene and like driving. They're so good.
Oh, I know.
They're
taking over.
Yeah, out of the gate, there are so many good drivers. Especially you see them in Europe, and like Connor Falvey, youngest kid in Drift Masters, and he won Rookie of the Year last year.
Yeah,
and
he's
it's
blowing
all
people
down
out of
to
the
the
water.
sim. Like
So
it's
nuts.
gonna be scary in the next few. It's exciting to see.
Yeah.
And it just puts a lot of pressure on the older guys.
Oh, I know. It's like, because we have this whole branch, I guess, of FD that's come to high horsepower. Like, horsepower is just scaled through the roof so fast, and now you got to deal with sims.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're not constantly getting the seat time in your head at home, forget about it, dude. You lost already.
There's going to be a gap in the scene that somebody needs to fill because right now you either have grassroots events or FD.
Yeah.
There's no mid-level comp styles. There's, like, you had clutch kickers, but now they're, like, all the way in the Midwest. There's not. Especially in the
it won't
Northeast.
be the same, too.
Yeah, no,
That's my
especially in the
problem.
Northeast, there's not much when it comes to competitive drifting.
Yeah.
Like, I eventually
does
want to
suck.
compete. Like, the grassroots stuff is fun, and I personally know that I still have a lot of learning to do and just skill to drive, but I do eventually want to compete.
Yeah. Would you do the E-Town Gambler?
Yeah.
Probably.
I would.
That's like the only closest one.
That's the
right?
closest thing, yeah.
Yeah. Some good competition in that one, too.
Yeah.
Some good drivers.
235 class should be good.
235 going to be okay on that car? I assume you can get a lot of mechanical out of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Sick. That's so cool, dude.
So I'm excited to push the boundaries of that car. Like I said, there's been a few people that have done K-swap drift cars, but no one in a chassis like that.
Yeah.
No one that really knows the K-Series platform like I do that's willing to push the boundaries of the K-Series. 'Cause I can make 600 horsepower stock engine.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this then, because I hear a lot of the K-Series issue was like the vibrational stuff, because they're not meant to be rear-wheel drive, or
A lot of that
work, since you know
was
a lot more about it?
exaggerated by the first renditions of the motor mounts. They just used too stiff a bushing.
Oh, really?
So it
That
just
was it?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Oh.
Everybody exaggerates the harmonics of the K-Series, like they're gonna rattle your teeth off. It all came down just to the first renditions of my car doesn't vibrate that much. I'll start it for you in a few, and it doesn't vibrate
Yeah.
any much more than any race car.
Damn.
If anything, it's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, I'd be curious to feel it, because I don't understand it. It seems like it'd be totally fine.
Yeah, but like
It's just a fucking four-cylinder.
like we
It
did
balanced
Austin.
as
We did
shit.
Austin's car with the same swap,
Yeah.
but he's got the first rendition motor mounts, and his car vibrates way worse than mine does.
That's crazy.
So
Huh.
that's all. That's all I care.
So-
They got a bad rap because of that.
Yeah, I get it. I love a K-Series. I honestly want to put one in my FC, but
Let me know. I'll come right to the
know,
recipe.
right? That'd be crazy. So, whenever you're building Austin's car as well, what all, I guess, did you take from your car and implement on that one, or if any, or like how similar is it?
Well, we got really lucky because the swap was already done in Jimmy's 14. So
That's true.
all
Yeah.
we had to do was change the pedestals for the mounts and just adapt it to his chassis. The drive, everything was already done from Jimmy's K-Swap 14.
Yeah.
And since because everything was already Toge factory, all we had to do was change the pedestals for the subframe, and it bolted right in.
Damn. Okay. So most of it, like underneath, as far as suspension and everything, is like identical to your car, right?
Well,
I don't
Austin's
see
car,
why you'd be
honestly,
different.
Austin's car is all factory stuff. Like he did
No
the bare
way.
minimums for suspension. He's got villain knuckles, tie rod offset, rear toe arms, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
For his car, just coilovers. But his car is very basic. Like
That's
he took
crazy.
his car is more of a street drift car, to where like mine's just
I can see
pretty
that.
much race
Yeah.
car.
You're just really purpose built.
Yeah.
Which I love. You're very meticulous with the way you build it and stuff. So.
And like when I got my car was a bare show. Like Austin
Yeah, you said
bought,
you sourced like body panels and
yeah,
everything.
Austin bought a complete car with a blown up engine.
Yeah.
So he was able to maintain keeping his car a lot streetable and just full interior.
Sure, it's a lot cheaper that way.
Yeah.
As far as your car, how much would you say you probably have in it now?
That's
the way
been the
it sits?
hard. I've had a few people ask me that this weekend, and it's hard to put a number on it because a lot of sponsors did help a lot.
Yeah.
And I also made a lot of things on my car. Like the majority, if I can make something, I made it.
Yeah.
So
How much actually, let's do this. How much would you value the amount of fabrication work you put into that car? Like if someone wanted to take their car, bring it to you, or bring it to anyone else and say, do this.
build this.
Yeah. Replicate that on this car.
Oof.
It's a hard question, I know.
It is a hard question. Because my car's simple. It's basic. It's not much fab work. Like the exhaust is half a turn. Like the downpipe is short, so it's straight piped out to the back. It's not much fab on
No
that.
shit.
But if somebody told me, hey, how much would it cost to build that car? And if I had to source all the parts, you're probably going to be 40 into the car.
Damn.
35,
Which
40.
in theory, man, if you really step back and look at it, 40 is about cheap.
Yeah.
When you look at that thing. It's pristine.
For that, yeah. But if I had to guess what I have into it, fuck, I don't know. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
The sponsors helped a lot. Like, I had a lot of support. Don't get me wrong.
Maybe a little over half that.
It was a span of a year and a half also, too.
True.
Like, so it's hard to put a number on it. If I had to guess out of pocket, I probably have 20 into it.
That's really not bad,
No.
man. That's walking away with a really good car at a low budget. Well,
So-
who were some of the companies that did help out with that build?
Toge Factory was probably one of the biggest helps. A full swap kit. Cage Kits was one of the first ones to jump on board and support me.
Shout out Chick
Hall
Slayer.
Tech, they supplied all the electronics for it. BC, Deech Works, Wiring Specialties helped me with the engine harness, and FDF,
Yeah.
Phoenix Radiators hooked me up with the
Dude, I
intercooler.
gotta get one of those.
Bro,
I have got to get one.
those are the homies. I love the guys at Phoenix
They
Radiators.
seem like such good quality,
am
dude.
I am trying everything I can to get to New Zealand for the LZ World Tour, just to hang out with the boys from Phoenix.
Yeah. We actually have our passport appointment. What is it, next week or some
Yes.
shit? Thursday? Yeah.
Are you planning on going to the New Zealand one?
I want to. If I
It's
can pull that
sick.
off,
Let's
that'd
go.
be amazing.
Let's go.
Maybe we'll talk to some sponsors, see if we can get that worked out. 'Cause
That'll-
that wasn't
it's
even
gonna
a
be a
part
good
of this year.
event.
Would you be driving that one?
Nah.
No?
Unless somebody offers me a car.
Shit, offer this man a car.
Somebody offer me a
He needs
car.
to drive.
Like, I hate, like, even here, I don't want to intrude and be like, yeah, I'm going to drive. Like, I want to be invited to drive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to I'm just going to show up just because I'm with Oaks Garage.
Invite
I'm with
yourself,
Yeah, I
pretty
don't want to
much,
invite
yeah.
myself.
I totally
I
get
want to
that.
be invited to events. I want to be invited to drive. That's
Yeah.
why I built the car. And I still have to prove myself to get to that level.
You'll get there.
That's the plan. That's
Your
the plan for this
progression
year.
is killer, so.
The plan for this year, the plan for this summer is just to drive as many events as I can. Just try to get to as many events as possible and just
Yeah.
get as much seat time as possible and just prove myself.
I love it.
Like, I
dude.
know I can wheel.
Yeah.
I know I can wheel. I want to get into
You're a
some truck
driver.
racing too.
Jumping off of the last podcast that we did with you.
Yeah.
When's that YouTube channel coming?
Is it still number one on your?
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw the
dude.
numbers.
It's almost to 100K.
That's sick.
That's
That-
crazy.
that's mind-blowing.
Which, shout out. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I appreciate. I
Appreciate you guys,
I appreciate you
'cause
guys because
that wouldn't have
I
happened.
was not expecting that. the love and the feedback that I got from that was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, they want to know, man.
The
when's
YouTube channel?
When's the channel coming? We need behind-the-scenes Jimmy O content.
the problem is finding the direction that I want to go with.
What do you think?
I don't know. Like even just in general, like what are the next steps? Like everything's pretty good at the shop. It's just starting to get not stagnant. Just I don't know what the next moves are. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know the direction Jimmy wants to go in. Like,
I'm sure he's kind of in that position himself.
We're still building cars every day. We still go in and grind every day nonstop. Try to put out as much content as we can. There's a little bit of a lack of direction to what we're doing. Like the pro car is almost done, but he doesn't really seem motivated to drive it or compete or just push that side of it. So,
what do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe he enjoys the grassroots stuff. He enjoys driving with the front streets guys, and it's just he's not really in a competitive mindset.
Yeah, I'm sure being a dad and stuff too now that weighs heavy on that situation.
Yeah,
so
I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that side of things. I'm not sure what the direction the channel's going in. So, as far as like my own personal stuff, it's been a little hard to gauge my next steps.
Yeah.
So I've just been taking it day by day and just trying to do everything I can, just to make the best of that day.
That's awesome, dude. Well, do you have any hopes for like 5 years from now?
Yeah, it'll happen.
What are we looking at?
I think it'll happen. I think the YouTube will happen. I think I need to step out and start doing more of my own things and just start carving my own path and just I don't want to rely and put the pressure on him. I just want to start carving my own path and just support him in any way that I can, but also make a name for myself and just.
I think you owe it to yourself.
Yeah.
You've worked hard enough your entire life. Jesus.
I mean, I think that goes for all of us. I think we just need to bet on ourselves a little bit more and just put more eggs into our basket. Yeah.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Well, you have anything else you want to share before we break off with you?
Not as good as cold. It's starting to warm up a little bit, but
I know, dude. I'm still sitting here fucking shaking.
Yeah,
man.
same.
It's ridiculous. I'm trying to keep my life together, but I really appreciate it, dude. This is awesome.
Thank you, dude. I just said I enjoyed the last one. I enjoyed this one, and anytime we meet up, I'm down to sit down and chit chat and just shoot the shit. You're my boy, so
you're always welcome, man. You know that. So next time I have to come up to the shop and do it.
Yeah, come hang out at the shop.
We'll just have to tag Jimmy to answer the damn phone half the time. He sucks.
Good luck with that one. It's gonna be. You're gonna have to like come up for Good Life again and just come hang out at the shop for a day or two and just.
That's what I'm thinking.
Pull him into the office and just come sit down.
All right, motherfucker, get over here.
Yeah, that's it. Just
I'm taking over your studio.
I'll set you up in the office and you just gotta grab him and just pull him away for an hour.
Cool. Yeah, we'll get it done.
We'll have to do that.
I talked to him this morning. He said he'd stop by today at some point. So we'll see if he's too busy or not.
He did good yesterday. He qualified number 1, which is cool.
Yeah, very proud of him.
We're not filming this weekend, so I think that probably helped take the pressure off of him. So
yeah, it was actually the same situation last time I was here for the Riverside 50K.
Yeah,
he did amazing that event because he wasn't filming.
I
was like, dude, just come to events and enjoy it sometimes.
But. And I think that plays into like the reason he doesn't really want to compete with the pro car or anything is just a lot of mental strain on it, which I understand. It's a lot. Even the YouTube stuff, it's a lot. You got 100,000 plus people criticizing everything.
Absolutely.
So I get it. I see the comments. I try not to feed it to the comments either because
it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard not to. You just gotta appreciate the good comments, appreciate the love.
Understand that the people that aren't commenting or interacting at all are the ones that agree.
Exactly.
That's the ones you don't see, and those are the ones that matter the most.
Oh,
well, cool, dude.
My first shirt.
Oh yeah, dude. I snagged one yesterday.
You grabbed one? Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Do you have any extra smalls in that?
I don't. I couldn't
remember.
I'll
what
make
you said.
some and I'll send you some.
That's cool. That's
cool.
No sweat. But yeah, grab his merch, man. Are they on the website?
They
on
will
Jimmy's?
be. Not on Jimmy's. I'm probably gonna make my own website.
Sick. Do that.
I'll do that after this weekend. I made them specifically for this event. So, but I've gotten a lot of people in the DMs just asking me where can I buy it online. So, next step, hopefully this week I'll probably set up a site and just try to start singing some merch
for you, man.
It's fun.
So cool.
It brings me back to the old mixtape days of just trying to sling mixtapes and
CDs.
Hell. Yeah, it brought that nostalgia back into me. I was like, yeah,
crazy.
So me with the merch. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to make merch because I've had people ask me for merch before, but
it's almost better that way. Let people hold out on it.
Yeah,
makes it more special, meaningful.
So it's been cool.
That's why I shut mine down in the beginning because we were just doing like the drop shipping stuff for like Printify and all that. I just wasn't satisfied with it. The quality sucked, and I was like, it became to where I was deciding to wear a 144 shirt over my own merch just because it felt better on me. So I was like, I'm done. I'm not going to keep selling people this shit.
And that too, I wanted to save my time. I spent a little bit of money on a better blank, so it's nice. I don't mind spending a little bit more on the better blank.
Yeah.
It's not always about the profit. I just want to put a good quality,
well worth it
item out. Just like anything else that I do. Quality over quantity.
Absolutely. Keep it simple, too.
That's it. That's one of my next shirts.
There you go. Hey, dude, I literally have a design for it. The kiss method.
Yeah, kiss.
Sick as fuck, but just haven't dropped it yet. We got to get rid of these. So if you're actually at the World Tour, you should have came by and grabbed one. If we still got some, we'll have them dirt cheap on the website because I'm trying to get them out. But hell yeah, dude. Well, again, I appreciate it. You're always welcome on the show.
Absolutely.
And, enjoy the rest of the event, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay warm.
Dude, for real. I'm sitting here still shaking.
Yeah.
So.
My core hurts from just shaking and being tense all weekend.
I feel like I'm getting an ab workout, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Well, cool, man. I appreciate it. And yeah,
see you on
the next one. Yo, dude, when's your first event? I think it's in 2 weeks, something like that. But dude, have you even ordered tires yet? Oh my god, you're right. Dude, thanks for that reminder. I gotta do that. Yeah, no problem, man. Have you tried the Zeknovas yet? I mean, I've been tossing around the idea of doing that, but I think realistically I'm just gonna buy some cheap Walmart tires like I usually do. No, okay. No, we're not doing that. You've had plenty of seat time by now. You need proper tires. But what do you mean proper tires? Well, what I mean by proper tires is like better grip, more consistency, longer life, and as weird as it sounds, even smells better. But bro, they're so much more expensive. No. Just use the Circle of Drift code. It's like 20% off. Yo, wait, really? But what do I do for the next event? Well, then just use it again. I mean, you can literally use it all season if you want. Well, shit, you ain't gonna tell me twice. I'm gonna do that. Same goes for you, too. If you're looking to get your tires before the first event, maybe it's coming up quick, drop down below to the link to Zeknova Tires and use the code Circle of Drift to get 20% off. Well, brother, so how we doing?
Oh, not too bad. It's a lovely cold day, but it's sunny, which is good. Makes it a little bit more enjoyable, but down in the pits, it's not windy, so it's really nice.
It's not down there.
Up here is so windy. It's
Dude,
freezing.
I haven't even gone down there yet.
Yeah, you got to get down there because the trees are just blocking the wind, so it's really nice.
Yeah, I've been wrapped up in a blanket and stuff up here. It's ridiculous.
That's what Steph's been doing as well. So
yeah.
That's good.
Well, I heard you've been doing pretty good in the comp.
Apparently, I qualified yesterday and I got 13th, which is the cutoff, which I was stoked with. You know, to get in the top 13 of these guys, like the caliber driver here is crazy.
Right.
So it's been really good. The car's amazing. Thanks to Jimmy Oakes and the Oakes Garage team, they really helping me out with that one. And it's right-hand drive, so that's kind of one.
You got to be feeling at home, dude. It's like perfect setup for what you're doing.
It's good, and it's like a little bit laggy, but that kind of makes it the same as our like my wife's RB25 and our other car. So it's like a little bit of left foot gets it going a bit, wakes it up, and it's really good.
That's sick, man. Because that's the first time you're in an E36, right?
Yeah.
Like that type of chassis?
Never driven a BMW, so it is different, but there's also, it's so much going on out there for me, especially like with the Accelera tire and the track grip isn't the same as what we have at home.
Yeah.
So the track's quite rough here, so the grip level isn't really there compared to
wild.
at home. Yeah.
It's very bumpy out there on this track too, right?
You know, I was talking to Chris Knapp the other day, the owner of the track, and he said they've been here since like 1965 or something. So the track's pretty old.
Shit, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, the track's pretty old. So, you know, it's seen some laps. But, hey, it's awesome to be out there. Like, you know, being able to be here for the LZ World Tour is like a bucket list kind of deal, and yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, man. You gonna be at the next couple? Or?
Yeah, so we actually are the ones running the one in New Zealand. So which is really cool. We're really proud of ourselves. Myself and my partner Steph. We've both just put in the work. Yeah, thank you.
That's super awesome.
Been traveling the world for the last 2 or 3 years to kind of try and make this happen, and we finally kind of pulled it off. And Adam and the team kind of saw us there, and they were like, "Yeah, let's go."
Doing it, bro. You're doing it.
Yeah.
Where is that one at? What track?
It's at Taupo Motorsport Park, which is in the centre of the North Island.
Okay.
It's an amazing facility, like big pit building, garages, the whole thing, and the drift track there is actually really cool. It's 4th gear pretty much for most cars, just flows downhill into a nice hairpin. Like the track is amazing. So yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Okay. Well, as far as the E36 goes, you said you just ran into some issues right before coming up here?
Yeah, so I did each day I've only been doing 2 laps practice just because I don't want to waste Jimmy's gas or use more tires than I need to, and I'm only getting 2 laps to a set of tires anyway because I'm just third gear cooking. And so in my practice there with Ricky Hoffman on my lead, just coming off the bank, I gave it a little clutch kick, and then as I decelled, something made sounded like a knocking noise, and I was like, oh shit, checking the dash, and the motor was fine, like all the gauges and stuff were fine on the dash. But yeah, then I said, Jimmy, you need to take this for a drive just around the pits.
Yeah,
and then
tell
he
me
did,
it's
and he
okay.
came back, and the pinion is gone in the diff. So shout out to Grant Anderson. He had a spare diff for us.
Solid.
And,
okay.
The boys are down there sorting us out while I'm here, so it's cool. I really appreciate it.
Shout out to them, dude.
Yeah,
Same
definitely.
ratio and everything.
Yep, 3.9. The boys
Perfect.
just got to do I believe like a big bolt front hole conversion or something. So they got to thread the front of the diff or something. But we passed Jimmy on the way up here. He had an angle grinder and a drill and stuff. So I don't know. I just leave them to it, and they're
ready to
sort
work
it
his
out.
magic.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, who are you expected to go against?
So I'm up against Brian Hopp. He's a local here. He's got an LS S13. I would say he's a very smooth driver.
Yeah.
He qualified 4th yesterday, which is really good. And I think it'll be okay because he's such a local and he's done so many laps here. He knows exactly where to put the car. So all I've got to do is follow him.
You just got to do your job.
Yeah, I've got to follow him first. So I've just got to put on his door and then just try to do the best lead I can. And I don't know, I'm just happy to be here. We've come a long way, but it's just so much fun. I'm really just enjoying it.
I'm stoked for you, man.
That's sick.
Well, what other than the LZ World Tour and stuff, what can we expect out of the choice files?
So massive thanks to everybody. Like our subscribers and everything have just shot up since we've been here. Shout out to Mike Plato, our filmer here that we brought over because he's
putting in work,
staying up to 3 a.m. trying to get videos out so that we can kind of stay on top of everything.
What a guy!
Yeah, the man. So it's awesome, and we fly home on Wednesday. We fly out tomorrow, which is Monday, but we actually don't land till Wednesday. It's an 18-hour flight.
So
we lose 2 days, which sucks, but. And then we get home, we spend 1 day at home, and then we're driving off to another event, a street event. Which should be good. I'm going to drive my fiance's car because it's just an RB25 Laurel, so it's just cheaper to run than my pro car. So we're doing that, and then we've got a weekend off at a wedding, and then we've got 3 weeks in a row that we're competing. We've got D1NZ round 4, then we go all the way to the South Island, which is about a 12-hour drive. And that puts us for round 4 and 5 of Drift South, which is another competition we're in. And then we come back up north, and we've got the last round of D1NZ at Bay Park, and then the weekend after that's LZ World Tour in New Zealand. So we've got 4 heavy weeks coming up, but
that's awesome,
it's worth it,
bro.
I'm sitting 4th.
You can be out of breath.
Yeah, I'm sitting 4th in the D1 Championship, and I'm sitting 5th in the Drift South. So all my goal is to kind of finish both series on the podium is the kind of goal.
Yeah.
With the amount of driving I've had lately, so I kind of should. I really feel like I
should
can do
be
well
versed.
Yeah, hopefully, So yeah, hopefully the RBs keep going and we'll be good.
Oh yeah, I'm an RB lover myself.
Yeah,
so
man. Yeah,
I
you know
appreciate
what's
the
good for you.
Oh,
Or what's
yeah.
bad.
That too, yeah, for sure. Well, speaking on that, what would you say is some good advice for anyone looking at an RB platform? What should they look out for? All that stuff. We'll close it out on that one.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that my team kind of look after all of my stuff. I just have to drive it. But pretty much just,
solid.
Listen or message the guys in Australia and New Zealand and listen to them. And, down where we're from, they're tried and proven. They really work. I don't know what goes on in the States here.
Dude, I genuinely think it's our gas most of the time.
Hey, and it could
Mine on the Renegade runs healthy as can be.
Yeah,
from
and
what I
maybe
can
you
tell.
just need good gas.
Yeah.
Maybe because our pump gas that we run our RBs on is 98.
Yeah.
Or E85 like everyone else. But yeah, our pump gas, like my fiance's car, that runs 98 pump gas all day, every day, and it's been great. So yeah, and you could be right. It could be the gas, but just get as much information from the people that have done it. Don't listen to, a friend of a friend, he's got one and it's okay, or this or that or whatever. Just get the good knowledge from the good people that do it, really. And I'm very lucky that my pro car is now dry sumped. So
Oh,
I don't have to worry
sick,
about
dude,
the
yeah.
problem, you know, like the oiling
Yeah.
problems. But I have blown up Steph's car from
I'm still
starving
front
it.
sump, bro.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, like, get a big sump. Do you have a big sump on yours?
No, it's just stock pan and everything.
Yeah, so
I really need I run into restrictions with the 350Z subframe.
Ooh,
It's
yeah,
like
true.
sitting right on it. So if
Yeah.
I converted it to rear sump, I could get the motor back like an extra 5 or 6
yeah,
inches.
that'll do it. Yeah.
And it almost line up perfectly with the factory motor mount holes
Yeah, that'll
too.
be good.
So
Yeah, a lot of it's like on our cars, we've got a big baffled sump.
yeah,
So they
yeah.
hold like 7 liters of oil instead of like 4.5 or whatever it is. Like they
Yeah.
hold quite a lot of oil, and that
That'd
kind of
be-
keeps them going. But you've also
That'd be
just got to
nice.
drive them in a way. Like I blew up Steph's car. Unfortunately, it's a long corner, a long right-hander, and I was just stayed in it, and it just ran out of oil. And
Ooh,
just
yeah.
melted
Just
just
too
wrecked
much
the piston.
G's, I
Yep.
assume, yeah.
And it just held it out there way too long. So
Yeah.
I blew up her car, so that was pretty bad. But other than that, you know, if I was aware of what I was doing, I was just thinking I was still in my car, which my car doesn't have oiling problems. So I was
Yeah.
just a bit ignorant to that. And yeah, but it's all how you drive it. Look after it. You know, don't let them get too hot. Like, just, I don't know.
Is
people-
the whole head drain thing, is it really as necessary as people make it out to be?
All of our motors have head drains, so I can't say either way.
Right.
But ours do, and everyone swears by it. So does yours? No.
Mine doesn't.
Doesn't?
But I'm
Okay.
also not running a lot of power. Like it's maybe 400 max
Yeah.
right now. So
So it's all
I'm
in
putting one on
preference,
it,
right?
but-
Like it's all like it all depends. You can overbuild the shit out of it,
right.
you know, but if you don't need it, I guess hey, it still works. But for us, yeah, all of our cars do have it. Our tuner, Airfine Turbo Chicken, he's awesome. He's a bit of a Frankenstein. He just like makes things work. Like we've
Yeah.
got some crazy built motors that are probably on paper shouldn't work, but they do, and they've been amazing. So, like my original 25, my RB25 is like on its 4th car.
No
Like
shit.
yeah, that motor I've had since I've had my car, and yeah, it's been I think it's just moved into its 4th car. So
It's never been opened or anything.
nope.
It's just yeah.
Nope.
Neither has mine. Mine's
so
always
the,
been
the motor
closed.
is not built, but I believe it's a Neo bottom end.
Oh, okay.
With a Series 2 head, I think.
Okay.
I'll have to check up on that. But yeah, it's like a bit of a Frankenstein weirdly built motor. They built it at midnight one night before an event, before the old owner. Like it was. That's what motors before me.
Right,
like,
right.
It's like, I believe it's like 9 or 10 years old.
Oh,
and
shit.
I'm just like, don't touch it.
Just keeps
Like,
kicking.
just-
yeah.
just
Nobody
don't
touch
touch
this
it.
fucking thing.
We'll
Leave it
just let
alone.
bang. Yeah. So.
That's awesome.
That's good. That's good. We
Well,
love it.
cool, man. I'm really proud of you for one, and congratulate you on your success. And
Yeah, thank you, bro. It's,
moving up, dog. I love it.
We're trying, you know, we've really stepped it up this year, especially with our trips. Like last year, we ended up in the States a couple of times, and then we went to Ireland and hung out with the Drift Games guys, and went to Drift Masters, and shout out Dave Egan and the Drift Games guys. We turned up, they let us do whatever we wanted, and they looked after us. And same with here, you know, Steph's out here helping them out. I was running the grid yesterday during qualifying while I'm still competing. But like, hey, that's
What a guy.
That's what has to happen, you know. Like,
Yeah.
it takes more than one person to run an event like this, and yeah, shout out to everybody that's a part of it, because we personally know what goes into it. So yeah, it's awesome. You know, really proud of everyone, and LZ just for putting this on. Like, it's wild to see, like, there's so many people here, and like
Yeah.
even us, like, people are just coming up to us, oh, can we have a signature photo? And I'm like, but I'm nobody compared to these guys, you know, like.
Dude, even I've had a couple of people come up, and I'm like, "What? I'm
What?
just a guy that talks on a microphone. What do you
Yeah,
mean?" It's really cool. He's put on, especially shout out to Adam, because you put on such an incredible event that even lets all of this possible for us as well.
Yeah,
So.
it gives us a platform to kind of like, you know, build off and all
Exactly,
of that. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so we're really excited to get everyone to New Zealand and yeah, you know, put on a show and show them our country,
Yeah,
our cars,
man.
our local guys. Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Well, hopefully I can get my passport in time, and I'll come out.
You don't have a passport?
Dude,
You're
no, I've got
another
my whole life
American-
without one,
Dude,
man.
I know, it's so funny. Like, so many Americans just don't have a passport. Like, and we have to go anywhere, because we're so far away from everything.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and yeah, we travel as much as possible. You know, as much as we can afford to, we'll go do it. You know, if there's an opportunity,
Can't miss it.
Sell something or make it happen somehow, and you know, that's what you just got to do. You know.
Part of it, man.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah, I really appreciate it. Appreciate you taking some time out of the event.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I hope you have some good luck
Yeah,
rest of the
we'll try and make it onto the podium.
Yeah, there you go.
Steph said she wants one of those trophies, so I'll try and get her one.
There you go. Sick.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. And yeah, we'll keep watching, and hopefully we'll be at the end of the day, and I'll be holding one of those Kansai Wheels trophies.
Well, I'll be cheering for you, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Well, for anyone that doesn't know, let's get a little briefing on who you are, what you do, all that stuff.
Okay, so my name's Jake, and I own Limiter Glove Co. We are a new glove company, like a lifestyle driving glove / shop glove brand that is trying to infiltrate the drift / motorsports world.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a hell of a job at it. I've been watching you over here.
Hell yeah.
You've had so far, like especially today, Tire Streets, Will Ramos, all sorts of people come over.
Today's been crazy. We had Drift HQ stop by. They're loving our stuff. We've talked to tons of people today. It's been kind of overwhelming, but I'm super excited.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Well, where did the idea of gloves even come from? Because I know we talked a little bit before. You kind of branched off from wraps and like you've dabbled in a whole bunch of stuff. So.
Yep. So what happened was I used to sponsor like a drift organization called Northeast Drift Co. And my logo is actually my face. So if you don't know me, you don't want to buy my merch. But I'm setting up these booths and it's like, oh, you don't want a hoodie with my face on it? It's kind of like a Steve-O type thing, but you don't know me. So so what I did was I started like kind of trying to figure out what's missing in the market. And obviously everybody's got a driving glove right now because the SFI. So I was like, nobody's really tapped into the sim / like grassroots. We kind of coined ourselves to grassroots glove guys, even though we don't put it on anything like when we're in our meetings at the shop. So then we were doing these, but then I'm like, I can't sponsor any like drivers or anything. And I'm friends with Ryan Turk, and he was like, why don't you start doing like a glove for the pits, like a mechanic style glove? So then we came out with those, and now we're doing like gloves for grid. We just did these custom ones for Nick Swan, and it just started taking off.
Swan's the man.
Swan is the man.
Love that guy.
But yeah, it just like took off from there, and now we're at the LZ World Tour trying to grow our name even more.
Yeah, man. Well, it's definitely working, but like you always have, I guess, your own. Explain the style, because like it's not like it's something crazy or like and detailed and stuff. It's very simple, but it stands out really well.
I like bright colors. So I've been in the drift world a long time, and I've been wrapping cars a long time. So I know what liveries look good where. So I'm like, why can't we make liveries for gloves essentially? So like me and Nick talked,
that's a good way to
these
put
are
it.
like these are like a flame in the background and then a drip and the whole nine. So you kind of got like a Japanese style flare, and but we have like basic gloves too, but I don't know. I'm a flashy guy. I'm wearing the Chester Cheetos windbreaker. You know
I'm wearing just the simple black ones right now.
So that was the other thing. I'm like, I want to make a nice glove that like not everybody likes flashy.
Yeah.
But you still want to look cool. So I was like, why don't we do like not an understated, but it's simple, but it's still flashy. And honestly, those are one of our best sellers.
I figured they would be. It's just some people, they know they're gonna get them dirty, so like For me, like I hate to hurt the art of it, I guess. So like,
it's funny.
If I have really pretty ones, I'll keep them safe and stuff.
It's funny. I gave a pair to Rich Whiteman because I sponsor their drift team car shop Kuroshi. And he's like, I want to wear these, but I don't want to get them dirty. So they just sit there. I'm like, well, buy 2 pairs. But
I mean, it's that simple, right?
Yeah. So that's why we went with the darker. I mean, I try to stay away from whites. Obviously, they just have white, but they're more of a driving / they're the grid glove.
Yeah.
So yeah, we try to, just keep it cool, I guess you could say.
That's sick.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's the driving gloves that you use. I guess why did you choose that style of glove, especially without the strap?
Yeah.
They're fairly thin too,
yeah.
So I assume that's for more sim stuff.
Yeah, it's more sim or grassroots, like I said. So we didn't want to jump into the SFI because you can't really do crazy customization on them. Like you can do the embroidery, but then you're starting to get like crazy high prices, and I don't want to offer a premium glove at such a high price.
How much does that like change the price?
Quite a bit.
Like if you add, like. For example, the driving gloves that I have the Circle of Drift right here, and then it has like the Grassroots Hero right here, and then like a flame down the strap, all that stuff.
So you're looking like $80, $90 for a pair of gloves, where when you have ours, I mean, they're not SFI. We will be coming out with an SFI line, but that's just to have them. Like we have a couple sponsored drivers that are coming into FD now, like Brian Hopp. He's wearing a pair of our only SFI gloves we've ever made, but he loves them. So it's like, all right, we'll put these in, but I just wanted to go with something lightweight, People are loving to just throw them around. They got good grip. I mean, people are loving them.
What makes them actually SFI rated? Like,
so the SFI is actually material. So everything we're running right now is not obvious, like I just said, but it's like a Nomex, and you can't print on it because it's like a heat transfer like type ink.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why you don't see.
Yeah, so that's why it's always got the
styles
rubber.
Like that.
All the SFI gloves, when they have designs, are either embroidered in a flame-proof thread, or they have this rubber stuff on it. Like the grip material's on the outside. So, like I said, there's such an oversaturation, and there's such good gloves out there for that. I didn't want to bring another style. So this is more, like I said, grassroots, pits, stuff like that, simming. I mean, motorcycles. I have tons of people wearing them, doing everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cold here
that's
today,
most
and
of the
everyone's
people
wearing them.
using them anyways, right? Like this, you're not really doing any SFI needed stuff.
No, unless you're like driving pro or at an event that needs them. Like, we'll offer them eventually, but they're not priority.
Yeah.
And I just want people to have custom cool stuff.
Right. Yeah. What's the, in your opinion, your favorite collab that you've done?
Oh, so right now, I mean, the Jimmy Oaks gloves are awesome. He just did 2 styles in a mechanic shop style glove. We made some gloves for T-Pain and Nappy Boy, Rob.
That's so cool.
And then the Nick Swan gloves, where we've been talking to a bunch of other people. We did Oak Tree Outlaws out of Australia.
Oh, yeah,
Those were really cool. They were just a black and white glove, said bring back the style on the fingers. Just a simple, clean black and white pair, but they were sick.
Yeah,
so, I mean, honestly, every collaboration's been my favorite because everybody brings their own style and flair to it. So I just, like I said, it's like art to me, so I just love seeing all of it.
God, dude, that's so cool. Hell yeah. Well, other than gloves, do you have anything that you guys are probably coming out with soon?
So we've been talking about a couple different things. It's all around the glove industry. So like we're going to be making helmet bags, and we're just going to be calling them like helmet gloves.
That's
you
cool.
know what I mean? We have koozies. I mean, just the little, knickknacks and stuff. So we call those like can gloves, just little cheesy things like that. But we want to specifically, just be the glove company. But if you want to stop by and grab a T-shirt, we'll have those too, type thing.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't drive yourself,
I
correct?
actually don't. I've tried it twice. I just get in my own head and I get nervous and I care what people think. And I'll get there eventually. I'm going to start a journey on simming.
Well, this is the best sport to be insecure about your driving because we don't give a flying fuck, dude.
And dude, everybody was just excited to see me get in the car, and I did one lap, and I was like, all right, I'll get back out there. And then the booth got busy, and I was like, and then I was like, I don't have time, so I sold the car. And then I bought another one, sold it. So I'll get there. But we're going to start a sim journey. I'm going to start a sim journey on TikTok from the very bottom. Never touched it before.
That'll be cool,
and you can kind of
man.
watch us come up. So I think that'll be cool to watch. Me and my 16-year-old are going to start doing that together.
So sick.
He's probably going to kill me too, so it's fine.
Ah, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all for fun. That way, right?
It's all for
fun. What sim setup do you have?
We just got a cheap Logitech to start with. And then we'll go from there. Like, I just want to see how it is. I got like a cool custom wheel made
just
for it.
Just get your feet wet, and then you'll upgrade. It's the exact route that I took.
I literally did it because I do car wraps and stickers. Like, I bartered for this and bartered for that. And so I did a piecemeal. So when I get back from this event, I'm going to set it up and then start the journey.
Good, dude. Good.
Yeah.
If you ever run any issues with that, let me know. I've met
I will.
quite a few people in the sim industry, so if I don't know the question, which I probably don't, I probably know someone that does.
And I do want to say thank you because from watching your podcast, I was like, not getting the confidence, but I was able to reach out to other business owners that I've seen on there, like Irvin and them.
That's
and I was like,
cool.
All right, we're all just people. Like, I don't know. Yeah. We're all just people. Just talk to them.
The fact that this can provide a connection like that is great. That's all I ever want.
So when we blow up, it's because of this guy.
Oh, shit. I don't know about all that.
But seriously, A, thank you, and B, just this community. Like I said, I've been around the drift community for a very long time. And no matter where you go, whether it be the pro level or the low level, everybody's awesome.
So
if you meet a dickhead, it's rare.
Dude, honestly, drifting, I think, takes care of itself. Nick Swan said that in his podcast.
Yeah.
And it really couldn't be more true. If you come into drifting and just try and take, and don't give back to the industry, you'll just get chewed up, spit out. It'll take care of itself.
It'll be seen right away. We'll see why you're actually here. There's a lot of people in it for clout. We're all people, man. Just
Absolutely,
have fun.
dude.
And if you don't like the product, great. If you love the product, great. I'm not trying to be anybody. I just want you guys to have cool stuff.
Hell yeah. Well, for the sim stuff, if you were to upgrade, what do you think you would get?
So
what brands reach
I,
out to you?
I don't know.
Me either. Okay.
We're
on the same page, man. It was
I
cool.
literally haven't even touched a sim wheel.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I always hear Thrustmaster is good, but I honestly have no idea.
I always hear Sim Magic.
Sim Magic.
Just because, well, for one, FD,
Yeah.
it's all over FD, but their stuff just looks quality from what I can tell. But
I have a lot of, so I'll go on TikTok live and I'll watch like different sim drivers.
Yeah.
And they'll be wearing like cheap Amazon gloves, and I'll be like, hey, what kind of glove do you like? And I'll talk to them, and then I ended up sponsoring 2 very cool new up and coming drivers in the sim world. One's
sick.
Actually was in a Harley accident and has one leg.
Oh no!
His name's like Jay Nubbers, and he
what
does,
a name!
Yeah, and he does simming with our gloves and one leg, and he kills it. So
damn, shout out to you, dog.
yeah,
That's cool.
He like does his e-brake is like his clutch too, I think, or something like that. Like he's rigged it up so pushing forwards is clutch, I think, and then pulling back's e-brake.
Wow, that's smart.
Yeah, so it's just
guy.
cool. Like I said, it's a
Innovative.
community. Even the sim community is an amazing community.
Yeah, Sim's taking over.
Yeah.
We're in for a rude awakening as normal drivers.
I'm excited to try it, man. I like I said, I haven't touched anything. I've been in a drift wheel forever, and I've never been behind the wheel of anything. So,
dude,
maybe I'm a poser. I don't know, but I don't claim to be. So I don't claim to be a drifter.
Well, if you could build any car for drifting specifically, what would your dream drift build be?
So that's tough. I really like S13s, and the Sylvia front end, like Sil 80s. Love them. So I don't know. Someday, maybe.
I don't blame you.
I'll get there. Plus, I live up in the Northeast, so everything up there is rusty.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, you look at a car wrong and the fender's
rough.
falling off because of the rust. Like, it's so bad. I literally just traveled to Pennsylvania, 2 weekends ago to work on some friends' cars, and even, 6 hours south of us, there's no rust on these cars. It's like, what the hell?
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
You go up north just a little bit from
Yep.
Tennessee,
Gotta
and you'll
love
start
that
running
salt.
into it. Oh, yeah.
We love our salt up here.
Hell yeah, man. Well, is there anything you want to announce for Limiter while we're here?
Just give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook. We're Limiter Glove Co. TikTok, we're starting to come there, and limitergloveco.com. And
Absolutely.
thank you guys, because this
sure,
is awesome.
man.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome to any time.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's all we got for this one. So let's see who's next, I guess. Well,
What
how's
is
it
up?
going, dude?
Good.
It's good to have you on. I've had quite a few people ask for you. So
Really?
yeah.
Shout out to them. That's sick.
Yeah.
We got to
Well-
sit down for a much longer one for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I plan on coming up to Connecticut
You
and
got it.
really coming to do a little tour out there or something.
Yeah, definitely.
So that'd
Definitely.
be sick. But how you enjoying the event this weekend so far?
It's good. The turnout was crazy.
Yeah.
Good event. Good
I saw you
turnout.
brought your car.
I did, yeah.
Yeah?
Just finished her up, so I'm glad I was able to make it out.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
For anyone that doesn't know, what did you finish on the car this time? Because you've been working on that car for years.
Very long time, yeah. Aesthetically, nothing has changed, minus the internals of the motor. So it was just a Series 1 RB25.
Okay.
And then my good friend Tommy Effia down at Garage Sierra, we brought it there, running, pulled the motor out, full 2.8 conversion, cranks, rods, pistons, put it back in, and a week, and we made it. We did
Jesus,
it. Sick,
man.
so, yeah.
What made you choose RB on that car originally?
Well, my other very good friend, Jimmy Oakes, he had an RB laying around, and the car had an NASR in it. And I was like, I have a JZ13, so I was like, I want to kind of do something a little, not different, but different.
Yeah, just off the cusp a little bit.
Yeah. Try a new motor, new platform.
Yeah.
Sick motor. I love it. They sound great. They make a bunch of power. And she's treated me good, so.
Do you ever plan on going Neo or anything? Or 26 or?
It essentially is a 2.6 head now, and
I guess
it
that
has
is true,
2.6
yeah.
rods and a 2.8 crank, 2.8 pistons.
Yeah.
So the only difference really is the covers, the blocks are all pretty much the same.
Yeah. Well, sick,
That's
dude.
good. Yeah, she's good.
Well, it seems like a cool car. I came from the sand scene and stuff before all the drifting and everything,
For
so
sure.
I can heavily appreciate what you've done to that
For
thing.
sure.
But
A lot of people look at me and kind of critique it like it's kind of a waste. But
if it's what you love, who gives a
yeah,
flying
for sure.
fuck, dude? Who
For
cares?
sure.
But
Like you can't enjoy it, and I'm like, no, I enjoy it a lot driving. it.
absolutely. Well, it's ever since you kind of stepped away and did your own YouTube and stuff, how has that progressed for you on your side of things? Obviously, from a viewer, it looks like it's done really well.
It's sick. I really enjoy it. My worker, Ant, we kill it. We work great together, and if we do something, the main goal is to just follow through with it and do it, like, get it done.
Absolutely.
Like, no unfinished stuff, so.
How do you come up with video ideas? Like, do you just kind of off the cusp wing it? Or is there actually like a process to your videos? Do you think about it?
There is some thought that goes into it, but there's definitely some days we come in and we're like,
let's just throw something together, man.
Let's do something. I don't know what it is, but we make it work. So
yeah.
Not always it's planned out and goes according to plan, but
keeps it going.
Yeah. Keep it going for sure.
Hell
Figure
yeah.
it out.
Well, do you have any plans for the content coming up in the next few months or anything for people to be excited about? Or
my 13 coupe, just buttoning that up.
Yeah.
So before I really want to move on to anything else, I want to finish things that I kind of been putting off a little bit. So just dialing everything in. I have a 997 that I put an LS3 in. Finish that. So
what made you
really
go LS on that car?
Tommy had it. It was blown up. And my buddy Chavis Performance, he sells a whole conversion kit for an LS. So I went down to Maryland, drove one of his cars, fell in love with it.
That's
the way
awesome.
it drives. I know a lot of you guys that are watching are against LS stuff. I was too. But an LS and a Porsche drives.
I've heard it's actually a really good combo.
It's unreal how good it works in the car.
I'd be curious to feel it myself. I've never truly been a fan of the way Porsches look, per se.
Okay.
I get the nostalgia look of it, how it's always kind of the same.
Yeah.
But like the 994 is my favorite Porsche as far as aesthetics go, just because it's pop-ups, it's different than all the other ones.
They're expensive.
I know, dude. It sucks.
Well, when you come up to CT, hopefully it's done, and we could definitely take that thing out. It'll be
Hell
fun.
yeah, man. I'd love to.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Well, I guess I don't want to hold you up too much. I know you're about to go down and do some stuff, but I really appreciate you coming on. Is there anything that you want to announce to the audience that we didn't chat about?
They could leave some questions, so when we do the future podcast,
there you go.
Let me know. So if
he
you got any
knows.
questions,
He knows the drill. I get it.
We could definitely shoot the shit more for sure.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Well,
thank you. For
appreciate
having
it,
me
dude.
on.
Taking the time, and I'm sure I'll see you around before the day's over.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Well, cool. On to the next one. Mike Martino.
Hey.
What's going on, dude?
Long time no see.
I know, right?
Long
It's
time
been
no see.
forever.
Yeah, hopefully I don't hurt some feelings on this one again.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, that one was great.
Yeah, I don't know. People don't like or some people got a little offended by my opinion, I guess.
Oh, I know. It's for anyone that doesn't understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
Black wheels comment. We both don't like black wheels.
And then the deserving a livery one.
Yeah.
that was
Oh
a good one.
shit! I forgot about that one.
People just didn't understand. I'm not deciding if you want a livery or not. It's like that concept just went over their head, and it's not me that decides it. Who am I to decide that? No, it's does your stuff decide it? Does your position and how you're driving decide it? Like it's not me. It's the things around it.
Yeah.
And people just didn't understand that. That's okay.
Oh, I get it. A lot of people took it
as
as like it was us worrying about what other liveries people are doing and like caring about the style of everyone else's car.
No, that's not what it is.
Stupid.
Do what you want to do.
Care less, dude.
Yeah, do what you want to do, but just there needs to be some merit to it. Is how I thought.
I agree.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, have you heard any flack from the black wheel stuff?
Oh yeah, all the
Ever
time. I mean,
since?
it's mostly my
You
friends.
still get it?
It's still my friends being like, black wheels are. I don't know why are you riding on my black wheels? Because it's funny.
Because they're terrible, duh.
Because they suck.
You can't see them.
Yeah. So why spend all that money?
Dude, literally a good example of that was, I don't remember what car it was the other day, but she pointed out a white car.
Yeah.
She's like, why does that car look so weird?
Black wheels.
I went over, glanced at it, and it had black wheels. And I was like, that's why. You can't see them.
Exactly. Why spend all that money?
Yeah.
Just to hide.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But, all right, enough of that drama.
Yeah.
How's your weekend going?
It's been amazing.
How's LZ World Tour?
It's been amazing. I mean, I've never driven Englishtown until today.
Really?
So, yeah, this is my first time driving it.
It's so close. What?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that far. Yeah, it's only, what, nine and a bit hours for us.
All your friends are here? Like, what the
Well,
hell?
the reason I couldn't drive it before is because I didn't have a cage in the car. So Chris wouldn't allow me. Like, I could drive it, but I couldn't tandem. So I'd be put in a lower group of drivers where I'd want to be driving with all my friends and everything. Right. So I wouldn't be able to tandem. So I wouldn't be driving with all the good guys. And I just never drove it. Never had the opportunity. So now,
that's crazy.
For this event, I was given the opportunity.
Yeah.
Couldn't say no. It's been amazing.
What do you
so
think
fun.
of the track? Like, how's the layout of it, or like I know it's bumpy out there.
But see, I thought so when I drove it with my truck, I was a little intimidated on the bumps and everything and how it would be. But my car absorbs them so well.
Oh.
So
okay.
I got in my head a little bit about how bumpy it was and how much it might throw me off transition. Or screw up how I'm driving. But dude, the car it works so well. Like, shout out Stance USA. Like, their suspension has been killer on my car.
No shit.
And it's just been great. Like,
what other suspension components are you using, especially in the rear?
It's a mishmash of. I've got FDF front TC rods.
Nice.
Because they're the high clearance ones.
Yep.
I got Stance coils with Swift springs. Have to have the Swift springs.
Yep.
Like, it makes a huge difference.
I've been considering doing those on mine.
It'll change.
Especially with the motor being so far over the front rack.
You have
on
to.
the RB.
Dude, Swift springs will change any coilover to make it so much better.
Really?
It's so worth it. I went from driving without them to driving with them, and it's night and day.
Is
difference.
Is the metal just better?
It's the type of compression that they allow.
No shit.
I'm no scientist or physicist, mathematician.
Right.
I draw things.
I
know that they work really good. They compress really well, and there's a different way that they're designed that just makes them work well.
That's so crazy.
Great. They work for our cars, work for drifting.
Yeah.
Mine were valved a little bit different for my car when I first bought them through TF.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they've just been great. And then I have some really old PBM arms on the rear.
No shit.
Which need to go. Like, their Heims are just destroyed.
Sure.
And then that's pretty much it. Like, it's all stock.
That's
stock,
wild.
like, I have my own cut knuckles, like my knuckles that I made.
Yeah.
And then the rear's just like stock knuckles. Yeah.
That's
nothing crazy.
Man. The car
that's how we all
works,
run.
dude.
That's how we all run them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that pure simple S chassis stuff.
They just work really well, especially when you learn how to drive them that way, right?
That's fair.
Yeah. No, it works really well.
Well, as far as the competition and stuff go, how has that placed for you? It's obviously, I just saw you packing up. So
yeah. So
you know,
it was good. I still, I'm like happy with my result. I qualified 21st.
Okay. Yeah.
My first qualifier was a lot higher than my second.
Yeah.
I thought I was in where I needed to be, but then after watching some videos and like seeing where everybody else was, I could have definitely been deeper in the zones. I was in the zone, but they were deeper in the zone. So
gotcha. Yeah.
It's like everybody was on point, but then you start getting into the small details,
the nitty-gritty
right?
shit.
So now you're splitting hairs with who was better, right?
Yeah.
So I got 20th or 21st. And still qualified above a lot of pro drivers, a lot of good drivers that would typically be in right away top 6, right?
Right.
Qualified there, and then we had the bottom 16 bracket battles.
Mm-hmm.
I went up against John Wagner, who's an OG driver here.
Oh yeah.
Won that battle, and then went up against Luke, which
yeah.
I knew where that was gonna go, but I didn't give him any room. I put it on his door like.
Absolutely.
I gave him no extra inches of play.
Yeah.
But his lead was much better than mine. It's Luke. And he was driving Grant's car, so he's not driving a car that he drives. I mean, he's also borrowing a car for this event, but
right.
You know, he jumped in a car that he has had laps in, a couple years ago versus
That's
today.
A good guy to lose to.
Yeah, that's why I'm not
Yeah,
mad about losing to Luke. I've driven with him so many times that I feel confident in like knowing that I was going to be able to just give it my all in that chase. So I'm fine with it. He beat me. That's okay.
Yeah. It's a good win or a good loss,
he's so
right?
Good. Yeah, he's so good.
Cool.
Yeah, no. And now we did a bunch of practice stuff, the jam sessions.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We went 5 car deep. Me. It was Jimmy in lead, then Sean Booth, then Tom, then me, then Lee Yearwood. So
nice.
Bunch of S15s and S13s. It was hectic, but it was funny.
Though.
It's sick. I loved it.
Yeah. Did they do fantasy battles at this?
That was our fantasy battle. So they did a few of them. They did like Adam Collette. Tommy Lemaire, Josiah, Rudnick, and Grant. No, Luke and Grant. Luke and Grant went. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was our fantasy battle. Just like line up the 5 of us.
That's cool as fuck, dude.
It was
Hell
hectic.
yeah.
I'm glad we didn't crash or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, as far as like being on the more stance side of things, or not stance side of things, but more style aspect, why venture into the competition side? Or is it just because the LZ World Tour is more fun-based, audience-based?
That's exactly it. The last part there is I don't want to do like the comp stuff.
Yeah.
I like this like exhibition fun stuff with all my friends. I'm already driving with them at other events all over the States, or like in Canada, like when they come, or wherever we go. Like, so it's more so, I think, not the event that I wanted to be part of. It's more so just being with my friends, right?
Feel
Does
that.
make sense?
It's the vibe of everything.
Driving with those people, when you drive more with them, the entertainment value goes up because you get more comfortable driving with those people, and you can trust, and something happens, you're not worried as much.
Right.
Except, I mean, I tandemed with the McLaren Suzuki.
Dude, how was that?
I was like, I gotta back off a little bit. I can't afford to hit you. So that was a little
I'm
scary.
screwed for life.
It was
if
a little
I hit
scary.
This thing.
We ended up at the line together, and I was like, I just looked at him and he went,
No way.
Who
was driving that, by the way?
Suzuki-san. Yeah, so he's a driver.
Oh my God. Okay.
He has a shop, Arios. I might be saying it wrong. In Japan, and that's his McLaren from Japan. The one that's like normally like zebra stripe. Yeah, that's his one from Japan that he brought over.
Oh my God. Because we were talking about that last night, and I was like, I don't even remember seeing that.
It's not a car I want to hit.
Oh, no.
That's all.
Yeah, we saw it parked over there by the Nappy Boy booth, and I was like, oh my God, that must be what he's talking about.
Yeah, he brought that in a couple months ago, I think.
That's
into
so
California,
crazy,
and they did some
dude.
stuff, and then now it's here.
Why is that like a kick now in Japan? Like, are they just on this supercar?
In his
drift
words,
car thing?
magic. Magic.
What?
That's what he explains. Magic. Japanese people, man.
Oh, I love it.
They have the best
bro.
responses
so
for everything.
funny.
Yeah, it's sick.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a cool car, and it works well. Like he was doing really well. I was just a little afraid.
I would
getting
be
a
too.
little close.
Any sane-minded person would be scared in that moment.
Yeah, understandably.
Damn, dude. All right. Well, I want to bring this up because you helped me a lot get into it. The sim.
Oh yeah,
Man.
you enjoying that?
I have been absolutely enjoying it.
I told you, it's the best
insane.
way. Once you get past the suck, once you play past the suck,
that's exactly what it is.
you start to correlate where it can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now you're gonna see it when we go back to Polecat.
Oh, I'm
Right?
so excited for that.
When we go back to that event, you're gonna see the difference in how you drive, 100%. And you have to drive that track, like load it up on Assetto and just play it.
I pulled it up, and it was like
It's different.
It's very different.
It's different, but
the gravity cavity is nowhere near the same.
None.
A bunch of the turns are a
Is
little
that what
bit
you guys
off.
call it? Gravity cavity?
That's what I
didn't know what to call it. That's a good name.
That's what
for
everyone's
it.
been saying is
That's a
gravity
good name
cavity,
for it.
So.
I know what, like, we're talking about a turn. If anybody.
Oh yeah. No, if you've seen the videos of Polecat, you know exactly what turn we're talking about.
That's a very
the downhill.
good name for it.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 story drop. It feels like.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
yeah,
so you'll be at those.
What's that?
You'll be at those Polecat events
Yes.
this year?
I don't know about the October one. It's just too far ahead for me to know. But the May?
I think it was May.
Yeah, May. The end of May. That one I'm pushing for to put my schedule and make it proper because I have to.
Yeah.
I can't miss that event. It was so good.
Oh,
That's
I
probably like
know.
the only other event I want to do so badly.
Yeah. No, I told that night when that event ended, I told Chase, I was like, you let me know whenever the fuck you come up here. I am here.
It was. I can't wait to go back.
Oh, yeah.
That's all.
Hell yeah. Well, on the sim stuff, I know I branched off from that.
Yeah,
my bad.
sorry.
But do you ever plan on upgrading your sim?
Maybe. Probably not.
You're
to be
still on the
honest.
Logitech too, right?
I love it.
I know. That's
Honestly, I don't see I mean, I do see the value in it, but unless I get a crazy discount on a full setup that really is going to be that much different, like I have no interest in it. Only because I really do like the simplicity of the Logitech setup with my VR headset. I literally can sit down in a chair, throw it on, start it up, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about anything. And I mean, I'm sure it would be better training to have a direct drive wheel, but do I really need it? I don't think so. I'm okay.
I mean, yeah, you got the car too, so
Yeah,
you're always getting real.
I know where
seat
to
time as
make
well.
the brake and the connection. And
Yeah.
maybe one day, but
The reason I bring that
anytime
up
soon.
too is
Yeah.
just a kind of preface to what I couldn't get myself over as well. Is like I don't want to buy the cheap shit and then just upgrade it later down the road.
Well, I'm glad I convinced you to
Like-
stay on the cheaper side of it, though.
Oh yeah,
'Cause it
like
works,
total
right?
together with the wood
Yeah.
cockpit and stuff that I built,
Yeah.
less than $400 into
That's what I'm
it.
saying. It's such a miles per dollar
Yeah.
kind of setup because you're putting it. You can get so much time into that setup, and it's so cheap.
Yeah.
And it works. You just got to play past the suck, right? Which I are you past the suck yet?
Oh, I'm well past the
There
suck
you
now,
go.
dude. I be jamming on there.
And did it just like I don't know where click?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? And then you're like,
what,
oh,
I'm serious.
this is
What
it.
did it was the wheel settings that we
that we went
messed
through.
with.
Yeah.
I still, to this day, I don't understand why it was like that
Computers,
or what.
Computers,
but
man. It's just how it is.
that was a weird
Sim
little
setups
quirk.
always have bugs.
Yeah.
Especially like with Content Manager and having to deal with Assetto, Content Manager, Logitech settings, and you're still gonna have those problems with direct drive stuff.
Yeah.
I know people who have direct drive wheels right now, full setups, and they're
Sorry, comp's going on.
yeah. Hopefully you can still hear us. The direct drive setups, and they're still so off and don't feel right because there's so many settings, so many things you have to adjust. Where that's why I like the Logitech setup. It's like set it to default, reset it, change a few things, and it just works.
It really was. It took
Logitech
me a
hit me
little
up.
bit, but once I got on the phone with you, man, it settled it,
Yep.
and I've been killing it ever since.
I'm glad I could help in some way.
Like now, I totally understand the concept, and like it really is, arguably the best investment you could make for drifting. Like just for yourself, in general.
For you also, you don't really have the climate that we have, where we've got six months of downtime.
That is very
like this
true,
event's
yeah.
really early for even me.
Yeah.
Right. There's still snow and not a lot of snow, but there's still snow at home with, we still got salt on the roads.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck when I tow the car back. I gotta wash it like heavily when I get to the shop.
Oh damn! I didn't think
There's gonna be
about
tons
that,
of salt on the way back.
Huh.
Hopefully it's washed away by now, but I doubt it.
Right.
So for like off-season stuff, Sim's really good for that because you can just at least keep the muscle memory there, entertainment value, and like just to get yourself fresh in transition, tandem, speed even, right? Like when you make the break, you can really tell how fast you're going. When you break the
absolutely.
connection, you can really tell in Sim how fast you're going and start to correlate that to real life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of like just tiny details to just chasing someone that you can really work on keeping close, and honestly realizing the perspective of how short a front end actually is.
You can really get real close.
Like there's been some times where I'm in the sim and I'm like, there's no way I'm transitioning.
And you make it.
here, and I do it
Yeah.
fucking fine, and I'm right on the door, and I'm like, and that's when it clicks.
Yes.
And you're like, oh my god, I
can
understand
get
how they do
closer.
that now.
Yeah. It's such a you really learn you learn your proximity and ability to take some risks.
Right.
You learn like that was a little risky, but it works. If I do that in real life, it's probably going to be a lot different because your driver up front isn't going to have a hit box. They're just going to have a crack, like you're going to hit them and it's going to really throw them off.
Yeah.
In Sim, there's a bit of a hitbox depending on what cars you use.
Right.
So it's not going to throw them off. But like, if you're transitioning and you clip someone's bumper, it can stop them fully from transitioning.
Yeah.
Where in real life, like that's detrimental. Like that can be a huge
100%.
thing. So learning that in that proximity in Sim makes a huge difference.
Ah, dude.
And you learn how to stay in the pocket, like really
That
stay
is
on
very
someone
true.
in a turn. Excuse me, in a turn to really like hold there and know, hey, I can get closer, I can push a little bit more. That turn is still way up there.
Right.
Like, let's get a little closer, and now back off. Like it helps you learn that timing, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah. I found to like, if I stare right over, not right over, but like almost right at their mirror, their side mirrors.
I
That's
look in the crack
exactly
of the door
where I
and
need to
the
be, and I can
fender.
see everything out of
Yes.
my periphery.
Yes. So my spot is the door and the fender.
Yeah.
Everybody has a spot. That's
Right.
like one thing you end up learning is everybody's looking at something. I look between the crack of the door and the fender, and I look at the wheels. So I'll like peripheral the wheels to see where they're turning. Like if I can, most of the time, hopefully I'm quick enough in the situation, but I can see if they're about to understeer or over rotate.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can see their steering wheel, you can see their actual wheel. If it makes a sudden weirdest move.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too far. Like, there's a lot of times that wherever you're looking, that's where you're aiming. So, like, if you're looking at someone's rear quarter, chances are you're going to be really far back.
Yeah.
If you're looking at someone's door, you're going to be kind of far back still, but if you're looking for a certain turn that's tight, you want to be there. You don't want to be too far ahead, because then it's just an awkward... You put yourself in an awkward spot. You can't transition back on another turn. So I like that, like, door fender mark, because it allows me to sort of look ahead and still be where I want to be on the door.
Stay out of smoke line right there, too.
Yeah, that's
just enough.
You don't get smothered in smoke when you're in that little area.
Right.
Like, if you're looking at their rear quarter, you're getting covered in smoke.
There's no reason you should even be able to see the rear quarter.
No.
That's like
that's the perfect spot. That's
absolutely.
Why. Yeah.
Well, on the topic of like following someone and transition timing and stuff like that, what is your consensus on the drift AIs and how they can help train you on that, or is there any like, they might be too dumbed down or stuff like that?
I think at a certain level of skill in Assetto, you're still referring to Assetto in IAI,
right.
So I think in a certain level of skill at Assetto, you get to the point where you can tandem with the AI, and it no longer becomes training.
Right.
Because the AI is so perfect that there's no ability to predict a mistake.
Yep.
You don't learn, oh no, they're too far offline. You're not looking ahead of them. You're not looking at their wheels. You just know they're going to be exactly where they need to be.
Yeah.
So I think you get to a point in Sim that you don't learn anything from the AI one unless there's a variable of error.
True.
Unless they put in a variable of offline, too far, too shallow, too deep, late transition, early transition. If there's some variables in there, sure, but I don't like the current servers with AI in them for more than like maybe 10 laps.
Yeah.
Cause it gets boring too.
It does get repetitive.
Like, I want some hecticness.
Yeah.
Right. Little looseness. Like, I want stuff to
go
be like,
too
wow,
deep and correct, so I have to as well.
What's that?
Go too deep and correct or something.
I
so
want some
I have
variation.
To figure that out.
Yeah. Screw with me a little bit. Like, left foot brake some more. Brake check me. Like, that's the variance of learning.
Right.
So, and you just don't get that with all of the current servers with AI. I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't really play in them.
I would totally agree. But like, what if, let's say you're someone that's like, you just got a sim, you don't really have anyone to drive with online or whatever. What do you do or what do you suggest to those people? Because, they're probably not going to want to just jump online in a lobby of a bunch of people and then fuck up all their runs and
Absolutely use the AI servers.
Yeah.
Because the AI is so, it's going to show you the most tandemable line.
Yeah.
Like, there's that one on, what is it called? Brooklyn Park? Is that track? ACS.
Maybe.
It's like an ACS
I'm still
server.
like trying to download tracks and stuff.
ACS server, I think it's like Brooklyn Park. It's a really good tandem track because it's just a constant go.
Gotcha.
And like,
I've been on Shadow Valley a lot.
Shadow Valley? I don't think I've been on there.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It's non-existent track. It doesn't actually exist, but
it's just set up well.
Literally, I've never seen less than 6 to 8 people in there at all times.
Yeah.
It's always people in there. It flows well.
I think the AI servers are good for learning where to be.
Yeah.
Right? Where to be per turn, your speed, your angle. But then again, going back to like once you get to a good skill of Assetto, like I'm not saying the best. Like
right.
There's lots of people who are amazing at it, but like as soon as you get to a good level of driving in Assetto or sim, you don't learn anything from it. So as a beginner, I think it's great. I think go in those servers and use them and like learn where the car is positioned.
Yeah.
I think it's great for that.
All right. Well, let's say if you had been running all the AI stuff for quite a while, and like what details would you say in a good enough Assetto driver to just stop with the AI? Like you're good. Like what details in your driving
adaptability
would you say?
Yeah, like just go into any other server. Like if you can go into a public server where there's bad drivers, good drivers, and just drive, and like you're on everybody's door, you're not really causing issues for other people. I think that's when you're at the point of it where you're no longer you need the ability to learn. Like you need the ability of variables of like this person, they transition too late, they're into the corner too late. Like you need those at that point. And I think if you can just go in any server and do that, you're already a good driver. If you can go into any server and just drive, you're good enough. Like
I'd agree.
Yeah, that's my perspective on it.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because I'm sure some of those people out there, they don't really know. Like, maybe do I keep practicing?
Yeah, I mean,
some people are just genuinely just don't want to fuck up people's runs. And
agreed, but
you got to do it at some point, man.
It's Assetto. It's Assetto.
Yeah, it's a
There's
video
so many people that
game.
get so mad about it. Just it's reset.
Yeah.
Like it's not that serious.
Right.
Go in. Have fun. It's Assetto. Like I see all the time in the Facebook groups of everybody getting so mad. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Just go to a different server. Go drive with other people. Drive a different track. Like, you
There was
literally can exit the server and go to another one.
Yeah. Yeah. There was this one dude the other day that he literally came in just to be a menace.
Yeah, lots of
which
people
is like
do it.
it's funny
It's
as
so
fuck
funny.
for a little bit, and then you're like,
I don't
all right,
mind
I
it
gotta
at
just
all.
get out of here.
I don't mind it at all.
He was just driving around backwards, purposely
Dude, it
plowing
becomes-
you.
it becomes a
You're
game.
like,
Try and
what the
dodge him.
fuck? That's what I was doing.
I don't
yeah.
mind it. I don't really care about it. Like, so many people get so upset about when someone comes into a server and they're like nephews driving on their server or their rig, and they don't know how to drive and they're just hitting people. Who cares? It's a Assetto.
Then you get mad because you can't dodge them because you suck too
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
And you're
You
like,
can't dodge
all right,
them, you
fuck
suck.
it, I'm leaving now.
Yeah, it's a game. Like, get over it. Go to another server. It's simple. Literally.
Oh, that's so good, dude.
Yeah, some people take it seriously. I get it. But if that's the case, go find a private server with other drivers of that caliber.
Yeah, start your own.
Or start your own.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Well, cool. That's some good info on Sims then. Well, as far as design shop, anything new? Any new collabs you've been doing or anything like that?
New collabs? I mean, we just did you see Grant's car?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see his Rush
this
car
one?
over there.
The Rush car looks
So he
fucking
got
sick.
the Rush car. We did his new livery on the E36.
Cool.
Threw a different look to it, and then we put it on that car as well.
Nice. How was it to wrap that?
So our buddy, or Grant's buddy, Devin, who I've worked with a bunch of times, he wrapped it because I wouldn't have had enough time.
Yeah.
So I got to do the E36 and that. And I mean, I helped with a couple panels. It sucks, but it's doable. It's one of those like.
It looks very intricate.
It's one of those. If someone were to ask me to wrap it, it would be a high price.
Ooh.
Because of just the complexity and like annoyance of it.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
What parts of it were would cause the most issues?
If you go look at the back section, like see where the little Sunoco logo is on the back hump there, like the halo back here.
Oh yeah.
That goes like this, and it like comes out and comes back in. It's like a wave.
Oh fuck.
I didn't have to do it. Thank you, Devin.
Missed out on that one.
I
Thank
did all
God.
like the spot decals and like put on the livery, like and all that stuff. But
That's
yeah,
pretty
no,
impressive,
he
man.
killed it with the wrap.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then if that would be expensive, how much would you say something like that would cost?
In terms of like the wrap and
Yeah, like to just the install portion.
honestly, like $5,000.
Fuck, dude, that's
I'm telling you, it sucks. No, it's probably more. It's a small car, so it's not a ton of material.
Yeah.
I'd probably charge 3,500 Canadian.
Wow.
So like $4 American.
Yeah. So okay, then how long did it take him to do that versus let's
2
say
days.
like I guess the E36?
So the E36 is wrapped. I mean, painted.
Oh, that's true.
It's
That's
painted.
true. Okay.
So
well, then just an E36.
A normal
how much,
car, I mean, it depends
know?
on what like an S13 is like one of the easiest cars to wrap. That can be done in a day.
Really?
Yeah, it's super easy to wrap.
Huh.
But like that
I
R35
guess
right
they are
there,
pretty flat.
that would take a little bit of time. You got to disassemble so many things. You got to get in all the intricacies. Like
Oh yeah.
there's
that's
so many
true.
panels to
I see
do.
what you
Whereas
mean.
like the S13 is flat. It's so easy to do. Yeah, like my car.
That
Had
is
I not like
crazy,
spaced
yeah.
it out, the amount of hours I put into it were probably 16 to 18 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not
All
hard.
right.
That took long because of just how detailed and wavy and all that is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And I assume the livery is not on top.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
it's on top.
The base is red, and then we put some white at the bottom.
Oh shit.
There's
Okay.
red. There's black on like the front cover, whatever it would be called, and then the
Yeah.
back But it's wrapped. Yeah, it's wrapped red with all the livery on top of it. Kind of like exactly how we did yours.
It probably wouldn't have turned out anywhere near as good if you did it just all printed on.
No, it wouldn't, because it wouldn't be even. There's so many there's so much roundness to it that it would just distort the livery. And I had to guess a lot. Like the render and how it was made is not accounting for any of the shelves in the wheel arches.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So where my livery or like where my elements of design are like overlapping other panels, it doesn't work because that panel in the is flat and then it goes like 10 inches in. Yeah, like a step.
Shit.
Yeah, so it doesn't work like that. So you have to in person sort of maneuver and like accept, hey, this isn't going to look like that.
Yeah.
But let's make it look good. So
how do you adapt to stuff like that when it's happening in the moment? Like, I mean, you just got to keep staring at the picture. Like,
pretty much. You say,
fuck, how do I make this work?
You start splitting hairs, right? You go, okay, this looks good, but I'm losing this part. So let's move it this way a little bit, and we kind of get the balance of the both.
Yeah.
Like, let me go a little bit more left, and, this part's cut off, or this part's not cut off now.
That makes sense.
And because it's elements from my design, it still allows me to go, I know it can still look okay.
Right.
Right? So that's why.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm going to ask about mine. How's mine coming?
I haven't even touched it.
Oh, shit.
I've been so swamped.
At least my
with
car's
this.
still in pieces.
Yeah,
I don't need it right now.
What you know how it goes. Like as soon as the process starts, it went quick.
Oh, yeah.
So like it's just with all this has been going on, I've been getting everybody else ready and having to do grants and all this stuff and even just bringing my car here. Like it was a last minute decision to come.
Really?
And I literally my car got caged in 4 days. Yeah, from my buddy Renee.
Fuck that.
Renee, who was just here.
Yeah.
He caged it in 4 days, him and his guy.
What a guy.
Shout out Centerline Motorsports. They 4 days he did full interior cage.
That's awesome.
And that was the deciding factor. If he said no, that I can't do it, I wouldn't have came.
Yeah.
But he said yes, so that's his fault.
Joke's on you, buddy.
Yeah, it was a last minute decision, and then it was just, okay, the car's caged, finish it now, get it ready.
Yeah.
So over fenders, so I'd cut up the rear of the car, front over fenders, get all that fitted, rewrap those fenders, fix the small livery that's on it, and then fit all the panels and make sure all the stuff we took apart for the cage was back together.
Sick.
So that was a rush to get it done, but we did. It just I had to put other things aside is all.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you made it out there.
Yeah, me too.
That's
I had
awesome.
fun.
I'm glad the car didn't fail or anything.
No, it
was
worked. It worked amazing. I'm so happy. Yeah,
Awesome,
it's like the little things that you keep trying to adjust on it and make better do show at an event like this. This is 3 days of drifting.
That is
We've been
true,
here. We
yeah.
were driving Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, and then all of Saturday, because I had to compete Saturday, also because I didn't make it qualifying. My own fault. And then today we did practice. We did the 5-car train. Like, there's still a lot of driving. It's 3 days of drifting, which is crazy.
Well, good. I'm glad you had a good time, dude.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I did.
Where can we expect for you to go next? What's the next event
I think
on the
Polecat
schedule?
is the next one.
Polecat?
I'm pretty sure.
Cool. Well, same here.
Yeah,
I
think Polecat will be the next one.
Yeah.
I need to take like a little breather and get things back to normal. And
Yeah,
then I'll go to
for
Polecat.
real, dude.
Yeah.
Feel you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Is there anything to announce that we haven't?
No, just nothing to announce.
Solid, man. Well, appreciate you taking the time and
Thanks, man.
coming and chatting, man.
Glad you made it out here.
Absolutely, dude.
Sweet.
I'm glad I did too. You're always welcomed, and I appreciate it
it.
again.
Thanks.
Sick, dude.
Sweet.
On to the next one. Nate Hamilton.
We're on like that?
Familiar face? Yeah. Oh, dude, we roll. Just
Cool.
straight into it.
Yeah, let's get it.
So, obviously, you have some car issues this weekend. How we doing?
Yeah, all's good, man. It's cool to be back at a competition, quote unquote. You know, a fun competition, if you will. Yeah, frick, man. In Texas, it's 85 and it feels like spring, and it's been cold here. So.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. This is a whole different atmosphere for you. So.
Yeah, but it was cool. So this weekend, a few car issues, right? Like the belt on the car somehow had an issue that got into some wiring, and so we honestly burned about a day up just trying to make sure that we wired the car correctly so I didn't hurt the engine again.
Yeah.
Which we did figure out. And then from there, I battled Jeff Stoneback, a little off the pace, and the local hero won. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course, of course. Good one to lose to, I assume, right?
Yeah, it's cool. Jeff Stoneback's a really good friend of mine. and obviously no slouch as a driver. And yeah, it was probably my second tandem of the weekend. So like I said,
wow,
just
that is
dude,
true.
I missed all the practice and everything,
Yeah.
right? Like I was just battling the car. No excuses.
So
Jeff
what
just beat me.
actually did mess up on the wiring? What was the original issue?
Yeah, so when the actual like belt broke, it ran into what would be our temperature, like coolant temperature. The belt broke, and from cam angle to coolant temperature, a few of those sensors, that wiring got messed up. And essentially, it's a mil-spec harness, so all of the wires were white. And so we had to kind of find the 5-volt ground and then try to pick which ones were doing
that's
what.
a pain in the ass.
Just took us some time.
Damn. Well, at least you got it, I guess, sorted. But the diff ended up falling out. That was the what the fuck moment of the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole weekend for me was a little bit off pace, right? Like, we would normally be bolt checking where we missed that step because we were trying to fix the wiring. And then I don't know what I did, but somehow I sheared off all 4 bolts that were holding my diff. So in my MA Motorsports subframe, my axles and my drive shaft, those points were holding my diff in. Like,
so
my diff
nuts,
was floating.
Dude. Just driving back to the pits the whole way.
Yeah. And I was going for my second qualifying run, and I let the clutch out, and I'm like, why does this feel so weird? And it was just bound up. Because the angle of everything, you know?
Binding like crazy. Damn,
yeah, so a tough
dude.
weekend here at the LZ World Tour.
Yeah, man. So, okay, so where'd you end up getting the hardware to fix it?
From
how did
Adam,
you fix
actually.
it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Adam and Owen, and all the boys. We hit the group chat, and we were able to get the hardware, and pretty much just like, we had to take the bolts out of the diff because they were sheared into it.
Yeah.
So once we just like reversed those out, put new ones in, we were all good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was asking you yesterday if it was all like solid mount and stuff, if the whole driveline was. Do you think that had any effect as to like the making it vibrate out if it was already loose or like?
No, I mean,
it?
I guess our theory right now is just this track for sure on the outer zones has a lot of like, you know, bumps, right?
Yeah.
So this track maybe isn't the smoothest, but also at the same time, my car is pretty low. So on my first qualifying session, people were like, dude, you were shooting sparks. And I was like, sick.
That makes total sense now.
But like if I caught a pothole and maybe I like kicked the diff like sideways, right?
No
Like
shit.
maybe I caught a certain part of the track and it was really like pushing sideways on the diff. I don't know. Just kind of a theory right now.
Well, I'd
Also-
be curious to see what, like, if you do find out what actually did it, if you see a mark or something on the diff that
Yeah,
you know,
we'll
kicked
go
it
home and
sideways.
inspect it. But yeah, or also maybe it was just coming loose and then, you know, I'm just like out running it and as it's coming loose, the torque just like broke it, you know?
Crazy. How much is that thing making now?
It makes like 710.
Oh, so that's
Yes.
still pretty comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want a ton of power with this car, so my GR86, for those who don't know, it's a 3.4 liter 2J from Rad Industries, Rad Dan. And I didn't want to put nitrous on it. I wanted a small turbo. Adam LZ actually helped me with the turbo configuration because essentially the larger displacement inline 6 with the small turbo feels similar to a V8. So I don't have a lot of lag. Like the car is super sharp, super quick, you know?
That's good, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been trying to get, I guess, just get that back together. This is the first event of the season with that car, correct?
Yeah,
I guess technically?
Yeah, technically, yep. Because I did slammed enough with Scott at Grip Royal. Shout out
in the
Grip Royal.
240.
Yeah, I did that in my 240. And then, yeah, from there, we kind of just been getting through the off season, and this is the first event for it, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know the last time we chatted, the tentative maybe plan that we couldn't confirm was that FD was a possible future. Can we confirm that yet? Is that a thing? I gotta ask.
Yeah, no,
You know?
for sure. Man, listen, like, I obviously really respect Formula Drift, and I do want to return.
Yeah.
Every year in the last few years, it's been the kind of same story, where what we're doing right now on our Grassroots tour is going so well that
hard to break off.
I can't stop my current program. And truthfully, my current program is just not quite ready for Formula Drift.
How do you mean?
Well, like I would need a few more people. Like for example, with wiring, right? It's like we have a wiring issue, and we spend 8 hours ourselves trying to fix it. And ultimately, once our team tries as hard as we consider ourselves to be able to try,
that's sick
shout
as
out to
fuck.
the Rotaries.
Damn. Sorry.
He's got the 144 license plate. Sick.
No way. That's
Right
gotta be
time,
so cool to see.
Right time, right place.
Right.
Yeah, so basically it's like saying, like we spent 8 hours trying to fix the wiring on our own, and ultimately we call Freddie from Spectune and we diagnose it correctly and we fix it in about 30 minutes. So things like that, right? And when you go to the pro sport of Formula Drift, less people are inclined to help you. You have less time.
Yeah.
So little things like that are where we would need to either commission or scale up the team for those moments.
Mhm.
I feel like my driving mentality and marketing is ready for Formula Drift, but again, my partners are just invested in like LZ World Tour and Grid Life and Holly LS Fest. And
is that more where the industry is just going, you think, of like branching not necessarily fully into FD? Because like you hear the theory of like, oh, maybe if we just got a Fortune 500 company in FD, it would explode. Drifting would just be great. But like, you know, is that really real?
I don't know. I just think that people are trying to create their own personal brands versus leaning on a series for the like reward. Like when we were kids, it was like, if you make it to Formula Drift, you now have the credentials to sell larger packages to people, right? Or companies, I should say. Where nowadays, I feel like if you have a good actual brand, like 144, right? Like where I feel very confident with what we can offer as services, I'm able to sell pretty big deals and do cool shit. And so, yeah, I don't think the entire industry is like evacuating Formula Drift, but I think with the social media and brand and just
It's hard to deny.
Yeah,
at that point,
I think people are learning how to do well with their own programs and not value the sport.
I get what you're
Does
saying.
that make sense?
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
I kind of want to try to say that one more time.
Yeah, try it.
It's like when I'm selling something to a sponsor, maybe I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to Grid Life. And they're like, okay, cool. Well, what are we going to do at Grid Life, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like, hey, I'm going to be in Formula Drift, so I need this much money, right? So like I'm taking where I'm going as the value. So it's like, because I'm in Formula Drift, I'm using Formula Drift as the value prop.
Right.
Where it's like in my world, I'm using my services as the value prop. So if I go to Oklahoma and I drift and give you this content, then you're using that content for gas station photos or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm not using the sport as the value prop. I'm trying to use my services as the value prop.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
But I think more and more people are like catching on to that, you know? And obviously here in LZ's World Tour, there's a lot of YouTubers where they're the value prop, right? So it's like, hey, my channel is the value prop. We're going to do this content plug. And people are like, heck yeah. And then you get sponsors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get that. As far as that side of things go, have you learned anything, say, in the past 2 or 3 years that has been very valuable to get those sponsors or just valuable to the program in general, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you and I have chatted about this before, which is cool, but I just feel like it's like really just understanding your business and what you need and what you're trying to accomplish is where you got to start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like easy to say, I'm a drifter, I need a lot of money to drift, and I want you to help me fund myself drifting.
Yeah.
That's what we all kind of are thinking. But you also have to go to the business and say, how do I help you sell whatever you're trying to sell as well? So you got to reverse engineer what the paying partner is giving you as to what they need.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, again, right? Like I'm just trying to value my media services or my own self as a service and
I get that.
See where it sticks, you know?
Hell yeah. Well, in that aspect for, I guess, because last year the car was heavily branded as Accelera, Tire Streets, stuff like that, and it's obviously Sunoco now, which is insane. I love that Sunoco is jumping on a lot more, not just with you, but Grant and like all these other guys. So how has Sunoco came on to the program this year, and how has it benefited you even more?
Yeah. So quick story. I got invited to do a Sunoco commercial. So I took the Accelera GR86 to a commercial, and I honestly was just being myself, and I offered to give some rides, and I just didn't know who I was talking to. And I happened to be talking to the global marketing director of Sunoco Race Fuels. So I was just talking to the dude in charge, and he ended up loving us, and he ended up wanting to work with us. And since then, a lot of doors have opened up. What you're seeing right now with the 94 push is actually just a cool collab moment. So the car is still titled Accelera, But right here on the East Coast, over 100 years ago, Sunoco was born. So the first gas station was like near Pennsylvania, and or in Pennsylvania. I forget the exact town.
Yeah.
But right, like this is their bread and butter. So when like myself and Grant Anderson and Jimmy and a few of the boys were coming up, they really wanted to make a splash, which we did because you noticed.
Dude, that's so sick. So is that like a retro throwback livery from an old car or something?
I mean,
'Cause
it's
it looks like
definitely
it kinda-
it definitely has like a little NASCAR vibe.
Yeah.
Right. But the 94 octane is a big push for them because, 91, 2, 3 is very common, but
Yeah.
94 octane is a new thing for them right now. So like when you're cruising around the East Coast and you go to a Sunoco gas station, if you're a car kid out there, you're gonna get the healthiest fuel possible at the highest octane.
So that's what the 94
That's what the
essentially
94
is?
pushes, yeah.
Wow.
But I get your
okay.
vibe on
What
like,
is-
is it vintage? Was it a 94 old school thing?
Yeah.
No.
The,
It was-
the livery looks sick,
Yeah.
and it just looks like it has the retro kind
Yeah.
of feel to it.
But no, this is more just 94 octane at the pump for
Yeah.
all your Skylines out there, all the dudes street driving, right? Like, pull a car up to Sunoco, get 94, good octane, keep the
Yeah.
engine healthy, you know?
Do you know what difference is, like, I guess, chemically? Is it just the fact that it's a cleaner fuel, or is there, like...
Dude, the actual
different
science on it, I
makeup?
don't know. It's a higher
Yeah.
octane, so I'm assuming it's like burning at some different rate, and
That's
it's
crazy.
like just keeping your engine cooler. You know what I mean? Like a lot
Yeah.
of times, like healthy fuel just makes the engine run cooler and sharper. You know?
That's awesome,
Yeah.
dude. Hell yeah. Well, where's the next event you plan on going to?
All right, so I'm gonna do some rush racing. So at the Grid Lives.
that's sick.
Yeah, so rush racing will be cool. I'm gonna do the full season, and supposedly I can win an FDRX7 if I win the championship.
How's
So-
that work?
so
Is that car?
Yeah, so Sunoco,
No way.
Sunoco's like, here's a prize, go win it. Like, they want to see me try to go fast, and they want to see me like have the opportunity to run every race.
Oh my god.
So my mind is like
bro.
on rush racing. I'm really excited to go fast. And then in the drift world, on April 20th in Crescent, Texas, so basically Fort Worth, Dallas area,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
host my own event.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna
For
host
real?
my own drift event. So I'm super
Oh
excited.
my god, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, but yeah, so this year I'll be
Yeah.
hosting my own drift events in correlation with Apex. So you'll be like 100 dudes road racing, and like let's say on our first event, a top 20 drift,
Yeah.
in like a VIP little drift experience.
No
You
shit.
can come out and take a ride, watch racing, watch drifting. Be cool.
Now you said drift events, so there's multiple.
Yeah, we have at least 2 planned. We want
Okay.
to try to get to 4, like 1 a quarter.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now we have our first one guaranteed April 20th in Dallas, Texas.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be cool.
Do you expect to do, if you do multiple, are they all gonna be at Crescent?
Right now, yeah, because Rapscallion Motorsports is out of Crescent. Apex runs at Crescent. So it'll be cool because there's a rush race, and there's drifting, and there's road racing.
Yeah.
So they'll have the
dude.
1.7 for all the racing, and the 1.3, which I call my Texas Toge. It
Yeah.
has elevation.
Oh, I drove it.
It's sick. Yeah,
It's
you were
a
there.
sick fucking track, man.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful scenery too.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of in the far west side of Fort Worth. It's cool.
Right. Hell yeah, man. Well, that's exciting. Well, is there anything special to announce for the season, or that you haven't quite announced yet?
I don't know, dude. We're just kind of rocking and rolling, dude. I
Sick.
really want to get back to FD. I really want to create some form of an alignment with Toyota, and I want to fill a seat and drive Formula Drift eventually. So it's like kind of trying to push that a bit. But right now I'm also having fun, rocking and rolling with Accelera, Tire Streets, Sunoco. It's cool, man.
Awesome, dude. I really love it for you, and it's really exciting to see from the outside.
Hell yeah.
So keep on pushing, and I will too, because you've been
Yeah.
helping me a lot.
Yeah, dude, this is fun, man. I'm super excited for summer. It's cold.
I know, right? Hell yeah, man. Well, I don't want to hold up too much of your time anymore. I really appreciate you taking the time you did.
Yeah, dude, no worries, man.
Always welcome. You
Always
know it.
stoked to support you guys, dude. It's cool to see you grow so much, man. I seen you with Vaughn. I see you with big names. You're
Trying.
always pushing, dude. Look, man, I've been at this for whatever, 15 years, you know, and it's like you just gotta love it. You gotta stay in it. You're killing it right now, right? You're out
That means
here
a lot,
doing a
dude. Thank you.
podcast live. Like, how cool, you know? So just keep your head up. Keep pushing
Absolutely.
yourself.
I will. Cool. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
dude.
Dawson.
That's all we got on them.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Love y'all.
See you.
Stacking way up to the ceiling. Trust no bitch, can't catch no feelings. I've been taking long flights from the Bay to Ibiza. Hit home runs, I'm a ball like Jeter. I just want 4-4-4, then I leave her. I'm a young pop star, call the boy Justin Bieber. Got a little money if you want, I can teach you. Whole life a movie, you can watch it in theater. Stacking way up to the ceiling. Trust no bitch, can't catch no feelings.